So, und da gehen die zwei auch. Julia, mit dir haben wir noch nicht geredet.
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. Galerius just saved my life. Was there something you wanted? I can tell you, but...
Schau dir Zettel an.
I'd been here about a week. When it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
So.
I'm not proud of it, but yes, I was surprised he agreed to it, to be honest. But I was so happy to have the money I didn't question it. I had to sign an agreement, saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
What?
It's a deadly poison made from a plant. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning. Of course. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock. I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it. I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid. Well, it seems the gods have decided I've suffered long enough. Because not long ago, Ulpius told me I've been freed from my debt bondage. So I suppose I'm just going to rest for a while longer. I feel like I've earned it.
So, was
You
eure
mean
Geschichte?
my life story? Oh. Our father found good husbands for my sister. It was a good life for a while. Until 7 months ago when the fires came. We must have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, chanting prayers to Vulcan, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless and it claimed everything and everyone. Well, almost everyone. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could and flee for the Tiber with the crowds. I remember diving into the river and then...
Nicht weit von hier. Tut mir
Thank
leid,
you.
Sören.
All right.
Welcome.
So, Equitas. Noch was zu sagen?
And oh
So.
my. That is, let's see. If that is, we don't have much to go. Hercules, Sisyp and fight.
Kennen wir
so
schon.
May for
Kein Schlüssel für. Das ist euren Schein. Ja, ich
Greetings
weiß.
and salutations. Greetings. My friend. Ah, I knew this day would come. I do not. Please, let us leave the. Very well, but the magistrate would not look kindly upon. For several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the temple of Demeter. Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that we may have a bountiful harvest. And yet the next day, when I so I ask, who? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. Nothing! Nobody entered. And yet when I went to take a look, when I told my friend Kabash of this at the tavern, he offered to help investigate. It is the only Greek temple in the city. Head towards the baths, and it is the last building.
Ah, da gehe
I
ich mal
do
dahin.
not think, but you do not strike me as a kind of person to be deterred by such warnings.
You
Studier.
there? I'm sorry to trouble. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our... And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. But I would like...
Fahrt
Tell me,
fort.
do you have any idea how people hit... And here I was thinking I was the only one of... Supposedly, one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life. I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop. The goose that, with the ability to transmute organic matter into gold. Well, use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees, and even if we were to split all those riches...
Also,
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not? Excellent. So now, I have a plan, but first...
ja,
Good.
Diana die
Then none of
Jagd.
this should be a surprise to you. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
Quite Bogen.
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking. Oh, gods, no! Have you tried that with... No. Here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, but make no mistake, this, in my experience... Now, I'm more of an ideas man. Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence, when Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried?
So,
So, wonderful. This is a and here we...
Blattgold überzogen.
Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so it's quick. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the...
Statue können. Mit den echten aus. Ich hab's geschafft.
Is that you, partner? Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it up. And yet you did. And now, here we are. No, it's hardly my fault if you can't tell. Oh, you're just gonna have to take the bow. I would reconsider, but you're stuck in there with a horn. You know, some say it takes 27 horny. Let's find.
Oh, da ist mein Ausweg. Ein Weg zurück in die Stadt finde. Stock mit Schwamm. Gut, da kann ich mich hochtantiert mit dem Arsch abwischen. Ja, und danach und ein bisschen schwimmi. Die Algen. Die Algen als Plattform. Genau. Verdammt. Sag nicht, zurück ins Wasser gehen. Jetzt steht. So, da. Ah. Hey, fürs Tagebuch.
I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me, a rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again, and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with
Okay, wo bin ich jetzt wieder?
anguish and fear, and disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strange whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
Weg mit dir. So, Nevias erste Herausfindung oder Befindungen über.
You're not supposed to be here.
Dankeschön, dass ihr mir helft, so im Hintergrund. Extra Garung bringt mir nichts. Dort unten, sagst du? Ich gucke erstmal hier rum. Ja, zumindest Dankeschön, dass ich die aus deren Leid befreie. So. Interessante Aktionsreiche hier. Nee, komm jetzt, lass dich treffen. Kabel. Weg. 50 Dinar. Ah, perfekt. Dankeschön. So, 99 Pfeile habe ich. Okay. Pfeile werden kein Problem sein, wie es aussieht. Ey, jetzt hör auf zu reden, bist du platt. Lenkt sie ab. Womit? Mach eine hier auf Diana. Danke für die Münzlei. Schlüssel zur Palasttür nehme ich mit.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercy they could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor, who fell in love with the statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. When I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever forever frozen in a nook of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper, but in the so I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
Statue hier. Junge Römer erhobene Arme, also was passiert hier noch?